Julie Jerko, where's Frankie Fuckface?
The biggest moment of her life.
I know it gets called the jerk.
Where's Antenna?
Julie Jerkoff.
Yeah.
Where's Antenna?
What was her real name? I was
Sarah Reach Around.
Kirkhoff.
No, I don't know.
Sarah Reach Around.
What was it? Seriously.
It was Kirkhoff.
Kirkhoff.
Captain James T. Kirkhoff's daughter.
That's a final frontier.
Her whole family's sitting there horrified.
Very proud of her father, Joey Jerkoff.
Oh my God, it really made me laugh. The little kid is hysterical too. Oh my God. Well, hey, welcome to the Big Bad Broadcast. We're everywhere. You can see us on Strong Island TV, on Roku. You can see us on
BBB.com radio.
Now I know that. We can see us on YouTube.
Twitter.
You can see us on Twitter. You can see us on
Facebook.
the BBBradio.com.
Jackie Jerkoff's website's going to have us on it.
We're everything, everywhere, all the time. That's us.
The worst movie ever. And anyway, yeah, so that's where you can see us. And we have a great show for you today, except that Richie Minervini didn't show up.
Who?
And
Wow, who? Yeah, who's that?
He's a legendary comedian from Long Island who had the first comedy club that paid money, which is big. And
I feel so small. I feel like I'm at the top of the screen.
I don't think we can assure. I don't think.
Well, I'm going to introduce you right now. So up in the top corner over my head, in a little
they can't see it. They can't see.
We have Mike Grief, king of the Clown College, and then we have Craig Mitchell up there. He's the guy who does everything on the show. And
hold on, I'm getting a call from Julie Jerkoff.
Julie Jerkoff. Julie Jerkoff.
Yeah, it's amazing. Anyway, I was saying Richie Minervini was supposed to be here today. He started the first paid comedy club on Long Island, and a lot of people started there.
He showed up today, just like he used to show up on payday back in the club, right?
Oh,
right.
Oh, hey.
His brother Scott used to pay. Not
his
him.
club is now historic site in the town of Huntington.
Yeah, because there's because there's mobsters buried underneath it.
That's man, damn.
No. Eddie Murphy started there. Rosie O'Donnell.
Yep.
Kevin James.
Yep.
And the dishwasher was Judd Apatow.
Hey, there you go.
Adam Ferrara,
right?
Yep. I'm trying to think of anybody else.
Me.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
and
all.
Julie Jerkoff.
And Julie Jerkoff as the beaver.
There.
She was a waitress.
She was a waitress. Famous for the reach around.
At my graduation, Tommy Nogan, who was like
Tommy Nogan.
That's his name, Tommy Nogan. We had Antenna. We had
Antenna. There was nobody named Antenna.
They did Antenna. They did. Dick Hertz. All those got announced.
Oh, they got announced. I thought you were saying that there were actually people named that.
No. Somebody gave the valedictorian read it off, and she was so freaking into the moment. She was like Antenna. Dick Hertz.
Oh my God, that's like that plane. Remember that plane crash? And on the news they announced the pilots, and it was like we too low.
Oh yeah. Jesus!
It was just fucked up.
Oh man!
Remember when that plane hit the bridge in Washington D.C.?
Oh yes.
And Howard Stern called in and wanted to know. You know the story? That's how he got banned from the radio. He called the airlines and said he wanted to know how much a one-way ticket was from runway 9 to the bridge.
Jeez, that's bad.
And all these senators' wives and stuff got killed on the plane. I know I'm laughing, but I just could. That's
just bad.
Man, they have video from that. It's freaking horrifying. Did you see the video this week of the Nepal Airlines? The guy was live streaming the landing, and the plane crashed.
Yeah, but they didn't show I saw the thing with they're flying, the plane banks, and then the video goes down to his feet. I'm like, who the fuck taught this guy how to take a video?
He was dying. I guess he didn't think of. I'm
talking about the guy on the ground who was doing the plane. I didn't see the one about.
No.
He was
in the plane.
Oh.
They're showing the land, and all of a sudden everything shook around. You hear the explosion, you hear screaming, and then fire.
That's a bad cameraman, though. I mean, he could have, because that's going to go viral.
but he was on fire at the time, so you have to give him a break, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Let's make
Yeah.
excuses for everyone. No, that's not. That's so messed up.
I saw a
is.
video. I saw a video this week of a JetBlue airplane landing in New Mexico, and the front landing gear, instead of the wheels facing this way, were like
Second
this.
time.
And the guy
Really?
landed perfectly. He landed perfectly.
Don't tell me that JetBlue is my airline, man.
That's the
Don't tell
second
me
time
that.
Well,
that's happened in 20 years.
And it's
Because
been
I'm like
perfect.
Rain Man. I won't fly. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
JetBlue.
perfect
JetBlue never
landing.
crashed.
Perfect landing, man.
JetBlue never crashed.
Yeah, I'm correct.
You know?
Definitely.
It was pretty amazing.
Jet
I mean,
Blue.
he
I
just took
didn't
the
know
plane
that.
down and just on the back wheels, and then just when it got slow enough, just tapped the front, and then you could see the rubber burning off the tires,
Yeah.
and then it just perfect landing.
I didn't see
Pretty
that. I've
amazing.
seen that before. I've seen other planes land
It
like
happened
that.
at
Pretty
LAX
amazing.
about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
On a really big plane too.
It was. I remember. It was an A.
Hall.
A, B,
A-hole.
C, D, Julie Jagger.
No, it was the one we fly. It's one of the Airbuses they use all the time. But that we've been on.
AC-10. I don't know. I
don't
don't
know.
know. Anyway, let's not talk
A280.
about airline crashes. I got to fly.
Yeah, he's
here
got to
soon.
fly. He
Yeah.
hates to fly.
God,
Hey,
there's
on
really
the
odds,
good
Mike.
part, there was a video of a Southwest flight, and this woman was petrified to fly.
Right.
And the flight attendant, he was on CNN. He actually sat in the aisle next to her, held her hand, and talked to her for the
Oh,
entire
yeah,
flight.
yeah,
Had
yeah. I
to.
saw a piece of that.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
can't get a
I'm
stewardess to
sure
do
that
that for
flight
me.
attendant was pissed.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to see if a stewardess will do that for me. Give me a reach around while I'm flying. You know, 'cause
Reach
I'm
around.
nervous.
Yeah, Julie
Maybe
Jerkoff.
Maybe Julie will
Julie
be on the
Jerkoff
flight.
is there.
I'm too naive. No, actually, I mean, I'm like Mr. T when I fly. They got to sedate me, man. It's like,
Mr. T for the A team.
yeah.
Do you know how mature I am? I finally on my T-Mobile got a year subscription for free to Paramount.
Right.
And you know what I've watched on Paramount for the whole week?
Airplane.
Beavis and Butthead.
Oh my god.
So funny.
Oh.
It is the funniest. It is so stupid.
I haven't seen that in ages. I don't know.
Yeah.
They went to an escape room, and the guy goes, "You just go down the hall and you go to the left." And they went down the hall, and they went to the right, and they went into a men's room. And they're walking around going, "This looks a lot like a men's room. It doesn't look like a tomb."
I don't know. The only like
Oh, my
the
God.
cartoons I kind of watch now, like I like Robot Chicken. I don't know if
I
they're
love
new or
Robot
old,
Chicken.
but Robot Chicken is just friggin' crazy,
I love
psycho
Robot Chicken.
shit.
Do you ever
there's-
watch Family Guy?
No, I don't watch
Family Guy is hysterical.
I don't
Dude,
watch
Family
I don't
Guy
wa-
has my
I've
favorite.
never seen Family Guy. Now I will watch The Simpsons.
Watch Family Guy. Family Guy is the funniest.
On
It
my
is-
show,
It is
on my
really
cooking show,
funny.
on my
I
cooking
just
show.
can't stand that character, Peter Griffin. I haven't seen, whatever. Anyway,
On my cooking show, when I do food facts, I do cutaways in the style of Family Guy because I love it. Did I ever tell you my favorite cutaway ever?
sure. Everyone knows your favorite cutaway ever.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
No, it's like-
legendary.
I forget the lead into it because
It's when Julie Jerkoff was with Richie Minervini and they didn't know.
it reminds me of this, and it's two cabins, like right, and one has really high grass, the other one doesn't. And Abraham Lincoln comes out of the one that doesn't have the high grass, and his neighbor is in his yard, and Abraham Lincoln goes to the neighbor, Tom, don't you think your grass is getting a little high? And the guy goes, yeah, I used to have the guy for that, dick.
Yeah. I think I've seen
No
a
way.
commercial or
The
something.
Beavis and Butthead I saw the other day. Beavis decides he's going to buy yoga pants.
Yoga.
So he goes into the dressing room and you just hear all this noise. Like, it sounds like he's having sex in there. And finally he puts them on and he comes out and all of a sudden he goes, what do you think? Chicks will like this. And he goes, Beavis, I think you left your nads in the dressing room.
You're mad.
So he looks down and he goes, It's just so stupid. It's so funny. Oh my God. It's really funny. I actually showed Chris. Chris had never seen a Beavis and Butthead before. And she watched one and she goes, it's so stupid, but you can't stop laughing.
I don't know. I used to like South Park. I used to like South Park.
I can't stand their voices.
Oh,
Who?
but the South Park. You don't
South
like South Park?
Wait, but you like Beavis and Butt? Beavis and Butt is way more annoying than
I
South
know, really.
Yeah, I
come
don't
on.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
Look,
The
we're
laughing
talking
is
about cartoons, and I got one behind me.
Yeah.
I say,
Fortunately, I keep my feathers numbered for
I wonder where this Julie Jerkoff is. I wonder.
Hey, where's Julie Jerkoff?
I am a cock after all.
a giant cock.
They
It's a giant cock.
Family Guy is really good. Family Guy is really funny.
Oh, it's
All right, I'll have to.
Why
make a
can't
plan
you
to
like?
Not watch
Why
it
can't?
anymore.
Why can't you like Peter Griffin?
It just seems like I don't know. I don't. You know, it's a guttural thing. It's like I guess you
He's
would call
really
it
funny.
like a contempt prior to investigation. His voice is annoying, and I don't know. I don't know. I can't give you a reason why I don't like the guy, but I don't like him.
Stewie's the funniest.
Oh, Peter, I love Stewie. Stewie's great.
It's great.
I love
So
when
anyway,
I love when they go in the time machine. I love when they go. That's great when they go.
oh, I saw that one. Yeah, that was really. That
I
was
like the
really
old
good
cartoon.
one.
I like the old cartoons, which were like made for adults, but I mean, they said they were for kids, but most of them were like, if you really watched them, they were like for adults. You know, it was a lot.
Yeah, because
like,
most of the Looney Tune cartoons were shown in the movie theater between movies.
Yeah.
That's how cartoons started.
So that's how, I mean, you always got a cartoon when I was a kid.
I mean, I don't know where I
Back when the guy would
Yeah.
crank the projector.
Yeah.
They put on a cartoon
Before Charlie
so
Chaplin came on, right?
so he could rest his arm.
Before Charlie Chaplin came on,
That's
John
it.
got a cartoon.
That's right.
Um,
Before the live, actually, Charlie Chaplin was there.
See,
It wasn't actually a movie.
so Warner Brothers had the Looney Tunes. Paramount had Popeye. Did you know that?
Popeye,
yeah, I did.
And MGM had Tom and Jerry,
Tom and Jerry. Yeah.
which I love. The Tom and
I
Jerry.
don't know where I'd be without Popeye.
I'm strong to the finish because I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye.
How was that for spur of the moment?
I love
There
how you
you
keep
go.
that on your desk. What else can we?
Is that
call
your
it?
coffee mug?
My pencil holder.
Yeah, pencil holder.
Oh,
Gee,
here we
Uncle
go.
Popeye.
There's a Family Guy where they cut away to Popeye at the doctor's office, and he's like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Popeye, but your right eye has a cataract." He's and your forearms, that's cancer. It's it's like so.
That's horrible.
That's what he does. And he has a vitamin D deficiency because that's why he's always eating spinach.
No, should eat some limes or something. I don't know.
I got scurvy.
The old, I don't know. They were just something about the old cartoons that I loved, man. I just, we've talked about these things before, but you know what? We were going to say about I saw the Elvis movie. Did you guys see Elvis?
Yeah.
I'm trying to, because I'm a member of the Screen Actors Guild, and the award season is now, so I get to vote on. So I have to see these movies before I can vote on.
Who are you going to vote
Craig,
for?
you're a SAG member, right? And John, are you a SAG member, John? You are.
Look at
right?
me sag. Look at this.
No, but at
Okay.
my age, a lot of shit sagging.
There you go.
My daughter is in the
John's
Writers
fallen
Guild.
and he can't get up.
John doesn't flush when he's still sitting on the toilet. That's all I'll say.
My daughter's in the Writers Guild.
Right.
Who are you voting for? Who's your best actor, Mike?
I have not seen all the movies yet, but we were talking about I want to see what's John hates everything everywhere all the
Everywhere,
time,
all-
whatever that's
Ah.
called.
The worst.
Which is also
I'm
what
looking
happens-
forward to seeing The Whale, because I honestly think
How come I don't have
I've
that
seen a few minutes of just kind of previews, but I think my if he keeps his performance solid, Brendan Fraser is going to be Fraser. He actually corrected it.
Fraser, like Razor. Like Razor.
It looks phenomenal. He looks like he did a hell of a job.
The guy who played Elvis was pretty good.
Oh,
The guy who
Austin
played
Butler.
Elvis was excellent. Yes, he was. He was very
Austin Butler
good.
was great.
I thought he was better than Elvis.
And I can't pronounce the
he's a
name
better
of it.
actor than Elvis.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Remember
folks,
Eddie
you know.
used to do that? Remember Murphy used to do that thing in his car? Elvis was such a bad actor
He was.
that they
He was
made him
terrible.
sing his lines. I'm going to drive my car around
Yeah.
the track.
I'll be there at 8 to pick you up. Okay, honey.
Oh, yeah.
We got a date tonight. You know, it's like, yeah, he would have no.
Well, I
fucking
think
line. He had to sing
Colin
everything.
Farrell's has the inside track at winning. He's fantastic. In
Okay, so my ex-wife's
Colin
one
Farrell's
brother.
always fantastic, and his co-star, what's his name?
Brendan Gleeson.
Amazing actor. Amazing.
My
actor.
And the woman who I
ex-wife-
don't know, Shoshone, I don't know. She was amazing. The whole cast was great.
Yeah.
My ex-wife's one brother looked exactly like Colin Farrell. where
Really,
he
you got his
gets
number?
stopped for autographs on the street, and the other brother looks exactly like Daniel Craig.
Mm.
Holy shit!
And he's like the CFO of De Beers Diamonds, so he travels all over the world. So he tells this story that
Look,
his
Can you
name-
get us? Wait. More importantly, can you get me a discount on diamonds?
his
Yeah.
his name is his last
Julie
name is,
Jerkoff. No.
it's
Julie
Free.
Jerko.
His last name is Free, Matthew Free. So it sounds like such a made up name.
Yeah.
So he says that he was in Dubai and he said he had a really bad business. He had a wrinkled shirt. He had his jacket over his shoulder. He said it was just like the worst day in the world. He gets him to check into the hotel, and the girl is just like the young girl, like 20, just kind of like this, like smiling at him. And she goes,
Thought he was Colin Farrell.
could you fill it? No, the Daniel Craig guy. She
Uh,
goes, could you fill this out? So he fills it all out. And she goes, Matthew Free. Thank you, Mr. Bond.
Oh man,
Come on, man. If you look like Daniel Craig, if you look like James Bond, I'd be, I'd be with Julie Jerkoff every night.
I look like Ward Bond.
War
not good.
Bond. No, you look like War Bonds.
I look like war bonds. You got to invest.
So
in
anyway, last week we did a whole show on UFOs, flying saucers,
We did.
and I came across this video
You came across
that
it?
I came across it,
Uh huh. You want to see it
and
now?
yeah, let's put this on and tell me what you think.
Okay. Here's a bit.
This flying saucer is in the mountainous region. It continues to fly in the mountainous region until a portal opens up and it flies into it. Whoa.
He actually says, "Whoa,
Oh,
whoa."
was that like you know what you said? What I think of it, I think it's what are they playing Quidditch? It went into the I don't know.
Dude, that was like the beginning of the Lost in Space. That wasn't real.
I think
That was
it's
the
real.
Jupiter
was so
2
fun.
going into a portal.
I think it's real.
No.
You think that's real?
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest with you. The theory makes a lot of sense. The reason you don't see them is maybe they can do time portals, but that was CG.
I
all
do
the way.
believe the correct term is wormholes.
Wormholes. Well, no,
Yes,
wormholes. Yes, wormholes take you from one place to another.
To a
in
portal.
space.
Like Stargate, like a Stargate.
Now, is there any kind of actual proof that there's anything like a wormhole? I mean, or is it just some made-up science fiction?
Well, let's ask Julie Jerkoff. She knows all about holes.
Julie Jerkoff. Hold on. Let me stop it right. Julie, can you stop? Let me ask you a question. Okay.
Julie, just stay still. Just stay still.
This poor woman.
I know.
No. For the rest of her life, she's going to be called Julie Jerkoff.
Yeah,
Like I said, the most-
the 10th reunion. Hey, Julie Jerkoff. She's
Oh, she'll
Well,
never
maybe she'll
live
get a
that
job in a
down.
massage parlor. And
the
you know.
20th reunion.
She'll never live that down.
Finally, the 40th reunion. It's like, all right, stop with the Jerkoff already.
Yeah.
No, they'll never stop.
No, but look, I believe aliens are real, but I think they're a lot smarter than to disappear into a fucking portal over when they're being filmed. That's just my opinion.
Maybe they didn't know they were being filmed.
Oh, come on. They're aliens. They know everything.
Yeah, how
Just-
about do you believe that in Roswell when that one crashed they actually found like a live one?
Now, what are you talking about? Like
Possible.
alien autopsy kind of a deal? Like,
Well, they say that at Roswell these two spaceships two flying saucers or unidentified flying saucers hit each other and one
so
crashed.
not only
the
are
other
they
one crashed.
aliens,
That- was
but they're
that- was
fucking
that-
bad drivers.
Was that during the air traffic control strike? Is that what happened?
No, they think that something to do with our radar
Wait.
screwed up theirs.
Alien Saucer 501, you're clear. You're clear for approach.
But they
Area-
say
Area
that
51.
they found 4 dead ones in one. They found 3
See, I
dead
don't,
ones
you know
in
why I
the
don't
other,
believe that?
and 1 alive.
Because the first reports never reported anything about a dead body. They reported a saucer. They reported like a material that they'd never seen before, like a metallic. What did they report? But in the original reports, there was no
And
report.
that went
of
on
any
to become tinfoil.
tinfoil. Foil.
No, but that's what they say that they actually communicated with this one.
Well, last week we showed a video of it was basically
You found the alien. What did it say? It said, "Ouch!" No,
they showed an orb.
It said, "Where is Julie?"
I traveled 800 billion miles for a reach around. Where's Julie?
No, last week we showed a video of an orb flying. That's a more convincing UFO because I think flying saucers is bullshit.
I can explain any orb through photography.
Okay.
When you close down the aperture of a camera and it's really bright, you'll get the reflection of the aperture on the film and it looks like an orb.
With lights and stuff?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I just don't think a flying saucer is like the most efficient design for an interstellar traveler. A saucer?
What would Elvis say about that?
No.
They
say Elvis was an alien.
I seen a flying saucer going through the sky.
He was an alien.
Oh, aliens.
He wasn't an alien.
According to Men in Black,
Cheech Marin may have been an alien.
According to Men in Black, they were.
Why do you think Cheech Marin was an alien or is an alien?
Yeah, what's up with that?
He's Mexican.
Oh, an alien.
Wow.
Alien. Wow.
And the racism comes out.
That's not a racist. That's a joke.
John, I didn't recognize you without your hood. Seriously.
Wait, he made a whole movie about that. I was born in East LA.
So he's not an alien. He's born in East LA.
Actually, Tommy Chong, our friend, is an alien. He's from Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
So,
hey man, you doing better than me. Hey man, I'm from Canada.
Man, every time I do coke, man, you get on that like every time I do coke shit, man.
It's so good.
You give our money to the hamburger dude, man.
That's so good, man. Now, you know that they're doing that 90s show now on Netflix, and Tommy Chong is appearing on that. He's doing cameos. I mean, Tommy Chong was hilarious in that show.
We need to call them and get them to sponsor us, Tommy Chong.
Tommy Chong.
Look, man, I do your drops, man. They give me super energy.
What do you think about Danny Matt? Do you know this? That they have the whole cast coming back, Ashton Kutcher and
except for Rape Boy?
Except for Danny Masterson, who's on
Rape Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that show.
What?
No, I've never seen it either.
What?
Yeah,
I lived through the 70s. I don't have to watch a show called the 70s
It's a
show.
funny show. I mean, towards the end.
I am the 70s.
Wait,
yeah, I know.
Does Tommy Chong know you didn't watch him? Seriously, he's great on that show.
I didn't even know he was on
Tommy
the show.
on once or twice?
He plays himself basically. he owns a photo mat shop. It's really funny. He's really cool. But
what else is Tommy Chong going to be other than cool, man?
I know he was cool. He could be the Korskin brothers, but then again, that was their last film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made some pretty, I don't want to, whatever. They made
You don't say it. He's watching right now.
They made some films that I didn't like as much as others. I'll just say that. But
okay, he'll never be the guest again.
And Cheech Marin is he's like pretty big, right? He was in
he's been in lots
of
a
couple of big movies.
My favorite Cheech Marin role was in Tin Cup. I love
Tin Cup. He played.
Yeah, he was in Tin Cup. He was the caddy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is he on a TV show now?
Now?
Yeah, he's on a TV show.
Now?
Look it up. Yeah.
I know he was
Ancient Aliens. No, hey, stop.
I know he was on Nash Bridges.
Let me see.
He's done a lot of stuff. Actually, he used to pop up because he's a really good actor.
He is a good actor. He was in Texas Chainsaw. No, the Quentin Tarantino one with the vampires.
He's 76.
Wow.
Oh man, I can't think of it. They even did a sequel, Texas Blood Money. What was that? The vampire movie in the desert with George Clooney.
Well, I obviously have never seen it.
Oh, it's a great movie. I gotta look it up. We're so old. None of us have memories. Gotta look it up. I don't know what it was now.
I don't know. Well, it's not even a bad memory. If I've never seen it.
They went to the bar out in the desert, the Titty Twister. You don't remember that?
No, I've never seen it because if I did, I would say. But it sounds
Dawn.
vaguely familiar.
Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that. Was that
it's
Antonio
good.
Banderas?
No, it's George Clooney.
Imagine Antonio
Harvey
Banderas in a
Keitel.
Quentin Tarantino movie.
Harvey Keitel. It's a good movie. It's about they get locked into this bar in the desert that has vampires in it. It's great.
He's been in 40 different TV shows.
Wow.
Well, yeah,
I've been in more than that. I got him beat.
You did more than 40?
Yeah, I've got. Go look at my IMDb credits. I got like 80 something credits, but I'm sure he has more than that altogether.
I have
Wow.
I
You have what?
9.
9? I think I forget. I have like 80.
And 7 of them are Saturday Night Live. No, just kidding. Does it count? I was on Saturday Night Live 3 times. It counts as 3, right? Or does it count as 1?
Should be 3 different
Should be 3.
times. Hey, let's change the subject.
Yeah, I think we've covered that thing we were talking about.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that thing no more.
That thing, yeah.
So what are we
Ooh,
talking
yeah.
about now?
We should talk about all right, so we can talk about Florida politics.
Well,
So DeSantis, now this is really amazing. DeSantis has now outlawed any black study courses in high schools and in college. They're not allowed to do it.
What gets
The course was written by somebody with like multiple master's degrees from Harvard and Yale. And he put together a board of 5 people that are businessmen that say that cannot be shown. Now he starts again with the ripping the pages out of books, and they're banning books. So in the library, it's on CNN today, actually, if you want to see it, like the full thing. In the libraries in most of these schools, they're covering all the bookshelves with paper because they don't know what books you're allowed to show. And then today he passed a thing. Well, he actually passed a couple of months ago, but today he says he's going to enforce it. Any teacher that gives a student a book that's on his list, if it's found a book that should be shown, it's going to be a 3rd-degree felony.
You know what? He's such a jerk off. These are all just diversionary tactics. They're trying to take your attention away from the bullshit, from the fucking George Santos, from the all the things that are going on.
I don't know if he is. I think this is his agenda. He thinks that this is going to get him into the White House.
Stupid white people. It's the same thing with critical race theory. It's like, first of all, nobody was teaching critical race theory. It was like a college, whatever it was. They made it seem like, oh, they're going to come in and they're going to teach your kids. And you know what? It's like, shut the fuck up. It doesn't exist. They're making something out of something that doesn't exist.
His attitude is no student should ever feel uncomfortable with anything that's taught.
Unless they're black.
Which is ridiculous.
Well, you know what? I agree with that to a certain degree.
Here's
and I'll
the
be honest
definition
with
of
you.
ridiculous.
If you're
Alexa, shut the fuck up.
You just said, wait, did you hear that? That was so funny.
What?
Somebody, you just said that's ridiculous, and all of a sudden it says the definition of ridiculous is.
No, I believe that if you're in elementary school, to a certain degree, I think you should roll back. But once you start, developing cognitive thinking in junior high and then high school, I think that should be off the table because that's when you should challenge your mind.
Well, it should things that should be taught. Yes, elementary. You're teaching elementary topics. That's why it's called elementary. Exactly. But when you get to another level, you should be teaching the truth.
But all this bullshit,
reality.
All this bullshit that Santos is doing, he thinks that they're teaching, first and second graders what homosexuality is. That's not what That's not happening. And if it is, it shouldn't be happening.
No, it shouldn't be happening, and it's not happening. It's bullshit. It's fear mongering. How do you get stupid people to vote? Control fear. How do you? Fucking this goes back.
To I think
history. How do you control the masses through fear?
I think it goes deeper than that because there's a group because of all these nut jobs in politics now. The Marjorie Taylor Greens and the
Lauren
George
Bobo.
Santos and Boebert and all these people. These people think that you can have power. So there's a group out now called Mothers of Liberty. And they're the ones putting all these things in. And Santos, Ron DeSantis is biting on it. I have to do what the Mothers of Liberty say. The mothers, I am going to do what the parents want me to do. Well, meanwhile, it's not the parents. It's a group of these crazy people.
Well, dude, it's not. It's all about
grifting.
Government
about money and grifting.
They don't want critical thinkers. They don't want intelligent people. They want a bunch of morons who are going to vote for people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and Matt Gaetz and DeSantis. I mean, DeSantis is
The
all
whole
about
thing is-
power. That's all they want is power and money.
The difference between all these people and DeSantis is Donald Trump with an education.
Yeah, well,
You know, he's highly educated.
I think he's more dangerous than Donald Trump.
listen,
without a
Ted
doubt,
Cruz.
without a
Ted
doubt.
Cruz is highly educated, but he's the dumbest fucking moron.
All they want is power and money, and they'll do whatever they want. And
Yeah.
they'll hand it to whoever they are.
Well, that's what we've become. We've become the most immoral piece of shit. We used to call other countries third. This is the third world country. This is where I don't give a shit if you get killed. I don't give a shit what happens. Long as I line my pockets, I don't give a shit.
Well,
and they
I
laugh.
got
And they,
news for you, though.
you're
It's not just the Republicans. The Democrats are just as bad.
Yeah, no,
They
I'm not
hand it
saying-
to
I'm
another
not-
side,
I'm
and they
not
keep
saying
us
it.
fighting.
Yes.
And that while we're fighting, they're taking all the fucking money.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's really crazy? I read this article about Lauren Boebert,
Ugh.
who people in Colorado are saying that she would have never been elected if it wasn't for redistricting, because the district she won is some district in the mountains
Yeah.
that has barely any people in it. And that's how she won. But anyway, so, her deal is she was a high school dropout. I think she got her GED. I don't know.
Now, is it true they say she might have been an escort?
She can't even spell GED.
For Ted Cruz or whatever, but who knows if that's true or not.
She might have worked with Julie Jerkoff.
But this is true. She owned a restaurant that was bankrupt.
Yeah.
Right?
She
2
got
years
forgiven
ago.
all those loans. Yeah.
And now she's worth $41 million.
Gee, how does that happen?
Yeah,
how
does
do you
that
go
happen?
from being bankrupt? John, we should have gone into politics.
All these
I know.
people, all these special interest groups, putting money in her pocket so she can vote for the NRA
There you
and
go.
vote for this and vote for that.
These people are like Donald Trump. I always said that Donald Trump is a fucking empty suit. He is whatever you want. Whoever he's with, that's who he becomes. You know what I mean? He'll be, I'm this, I'm that, whatever you think.
He's Zelig. Remember that movie?
But
Zelig?
now he's.
Trump is
But
just.
see, now he got
just
cornered into this one personality, and so now he's stuck.
Donald Trump just wants adulation and wants to make money. That's it.
Yeah. But
That's it.
and like I said, he would say, if you saw him years ago, he'd said things again. He wasn't totally. This is all about money, grifting. It's about whatever.
On the opposite side, let me ask you guys a question. On the opposite side, do you think somebody like Joe Biden is in it just to help people? Come on.
No,
Is
they're
any
all. I think
Is any
they're all-
politician that high up really into people, or are they
No.
just trying
And
to?
listen, if
Come
Joe
on.
Biden, it's the same thing. They're all fucking full. Trust me, he's an old man. Why doesn't he retire and just fucking sit at home? Because they
It's a
enjoy
legacy,
the power.
and he's
They enjoy the power, the legacy,
right.
friggin' money, that whatever they're. It's like whatever.
So what do you mean? If you're a Democrat or if you're a Republican and you point at the other side and go, "They're the problem," that's what they want you to do. Rather than getting together saying we have to fix this shit, they're fucking us over while we're fighting.
Yeah.
Well,
and there's a lot of immoral fucking people that are.
Not all of them, but most of them.
But
yeah.
they know they're lying through their teeth as they're talking. This even the lower level ones, like people.
Why do you think
that
Nancy
we know.
Pelosi is 86 and she's still in office? Dianne Feinstein is 90. She's still in office. Do you think they want to work? They're getting fucking rich. That's the only reason why
No,
they're
they're not. They are rich. They don't even need it.
And they're
anymore.
getting richer.
No, it's not about the money anymore for them. It's about the power.
Well, that's
It's about the
You don't wanna
respect,
go
the
with that.
power. It's they don't need any more money, and they know they don't need any more. It's about people still fucking worshiping you like you're, that it's about power.
There's a reason why, and it's I'm sitting here and every day they talk about Trump, they talk about all these charges, and you know what? Nothing ever happens.
He's going down in Georgia.
Nothing else. No, I guarantee he won't.
Yes, he is.
No.
I mean, did you
He'll
see the
die-
report?
He'll die
Okay,
before
so yesterday the press filed a petition to get the report of what's going on in Georgia because she wrapped up the case.
Just jerking us off, man. I really
And she turned around and said, "We cannot release the report because there's imminent prosecutions coming forward with multiple defendants."
But John, don't you think this has been going on for 5 years now? It started with the Mueller report, and then now we're going on.
I mean, Trump is the greatest criminal. Trump is the greatest criminal that ever lived.
Greatest? He's a moron.
He's
No,
the greatest criminal
he's
that ever lived.
not the greatest criminal that ever lived. He's probably the second best con man that ever lived. Hitler was number one. Hitler was the number one. Hitler was the number one.
I said Dale Carnegie.
Donald Trump, number two. Huh?
Trump is John Gotti. He's the Teflon Don.
Yeah, he's Don Gotti without the actual balls.
But a lot of things you don't hear. A lot of things you don't hear. Yesterday in Florida, he was fined $1 million for the how do you say that?
Yeah,
the lawsuit against
frivolous.
I can't say it. He was fined $1 million for the lawsuit against Hillary Clinton.
Yeah,
the password is frivolous.
Now, yesterday in Florida, he withdrew his case against.
Because he knew he'd lose.
Because he knows that he thinks that they're going to say, well, there's no right for this. You got to pay $1 million. And then anything he brings after that, people are going to go, he's full of shit.
But the thing is, all that is laying there, and $1 million to him, frankly, all he has to do is put out another NFT of him standing on a mountain in a superhero costume, and he'll make $1 million. Yeah. So he's not worried about it. But the thing is, they
that's why he's selling Bibles now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He's selling a $7.95.
It just makes
Bible
me sad.
$7.95 Bible that you can buy on Amazon for $95, and he stenciled on the top of it the Patriot Bible, and it comes with an American flag pin.
It just makes me sad to know that there are people that are so stupid that they'll buy that.
Well, you see that guy who interviews the people at the Trump rallies.
Yeah.
My favorite one is when he's got this guy and he's got the MAGA hat on, he's got the American flag shirt, he's full on, and he says to him, well, what do you think of Barack Obama? And he goes, I hate the guy. He goes, where was he during 9/11? He wasn't even in the White House.
Yeah.
And he goes, why do you think he was in the White House? He goes, it's probably on vacation again or something.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. It's so weird.
It's just they're stupid people. It's like, I know it sounds harsh, but they are stupid people.
Let me illustrate how stupid it is.
I don't even
They have a section of this country, a large section. They talk about abortion, and they're saying end-stage abortion. They're saying that they're aborting children after they're born. Yeah. So they're talking about murder. And people believe, the Democrats believe in murdering after birth. Where does this happen?
But it's you know what? I'll tell you the truth. I'm not really angry. I'm jealous. I'm jealous that I didn't figure out how to fucking pick these people's pockets the way these guys have.
I agree.
I mean, fuck it. I'm at the point. Why not just take advantage of fucking stupidity and make millions of dollars?
Well, that's what they're doing.
If I could figure, which maybe I should. I mean, I got the tattoos. I'm fucking bald. I should just go out there and go, fucking do a bunch of conservative shit and send me money, man, because we're going to.
Do you guys know George Carlin's quote on stupidity? Think of how stupid the average person is, and realize half of them are stupider than that.
It's really true, man. And you don't want to believe that shit, but it's absolutely true.
Well, that guy you were talking about, the one who does the interviews, I mean, he proves every one of them.
I know.
Because he'll go, yeah, man, what'd you think of, this and this when you're right. Like when Clinton did this or Barack Obama, and there are things that, that Trump did, and they're telling how they hate it. And then they go, oh, no, wait, that was Trump. You can see their brains melting.
Yeah. Did you see there was yesterday, some big Trump supporter passed away. And it's a black woman, and Trump went to do the eulogy.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
Did you see it? 45 minutes.
What was it? Not the two black sis, Diamond.
Yeah,
Diamond and Silk. I think Diamond died.
Yeah, 45 minutes of him rambling on about bad elections, the economy, Biden.
But you know what's amazing to me is like how many people will just pick up. They know it's out and out bullshit lie, like this. What's her name? Carrie Lake. Did that fucking moron? Who's still going, the people of Arizona have spoken and they fucking don't want you. They've elected. It's not fraud. It's you're the, it's like that when these people talk, you listen to what they say because they're telling you who they are. When they accuse you of something, that's what they are.
Yeah. And how about they kept saying, oh, January 17th is going to be the big day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't that come and go?
They have all come and gone, and then none of them are big days. It's just priming the pump, man.
Well,
That's
listen, it's not easy. JFK Jr., he's got to dig himself out of a fucking watery grave, and it's hard. You think it's easy to come back from the dead?
Let's put that all together too. Why would John F. Kennedy Jr. ever be a Republican? He comes from a whole family of Democrats.
No, man. See, you don't know.
So why would he ever be a Republican?
Because it fits their needs, man. That's why.
Because they needed a heroic name like Kennedy or something. I don't know.
And why would he fake his death for 25 years too?
Has there ever been a conservative Kennedy? I don't think so.
No.
Except for Old Joe. Old Joe was a fucking piece of shit.
He was a rum runner, right?
Pretty conservative.
He was a rum runner, but he was also the one he didn't want to get into the war. World War II.
Edgar Kennedy,
anti-Semitic, just a real piece of shit.
Nobody knows.
As Otto and George once said, "Did Rose Kennedy ever own a black dress?"
Oh man. It's just the thing is, I'm so old now that I'm starting to see through all the bullshit, man. And I don't think things are going to get better in this country. We keep on saying it is, but I don't think it is.
Yeah,
I think this country's changed forever. I really do.
I have faith in the next generation. I think the young people are smart. Yeah, yes, they're having economic troubles, but they're smart. They're more moral. They're more honest. They remind me of the Woodstock age. Of those kids. And I honestly believe that, yes, there will be a revival.
By the time they get to the point where they can do something, they're going to be powerless.
No, I think
I don't know. I think these old people, it's a changing of the guard right now. Trump has obviously fucked up the entire country. There's no doubt about that.
Not just Trump, but the whole movement.
No, Trump started.
He's just exposed the pus that was under.
Well, he was just what they locked on to.
The whole country. I have to drain the swamp. Yeah, he drained the swamp so you could get to the real scum at the bottom of the scum. Yeah. That's draining the scum at the bottom of any swamp.
Into his wallet. That's what he did.
But the only difference is going through the Nixon era was at least the Republicans back then had some balls to say, hey, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Back then it was, and I always tell my kids this, when I was growing up, back in the days of cranking cars. Now, when I was growing up, it used to be Republicans and Democrats hated each other during the elections. And all the shit came out and blah, blah, blah. And I hate you and you hate me. And then as soon as the election was over, everybody worked together to make
because
a better America.
They had to work together. That's what they want.
Now they won't do that because
now it's all tribal.
The Democrats look good.
Now it's all tribal.
Looking good. Let's fight against everything he wants, and vice versa.
I mean, how about Mitch McConnell, that fucking turtle-faced fuck, coming out like the day that Obama was elected and going, I will veto everything that comes across my desk. Yeah, that's good for America.
Yeah, no, totally good. They don't care what's good for America. None of these motherfuckers.
And they're all untouchable, dude.
It's what's good for us. How can
I want to see Lindsey Graham get arrested more than anyone in the world. Yeah, he will.
Yeah, but I want to see him get arrested when he's in the middle of one of his trips. Like
I will bet you money right now.
High heels and nylons and
I bet your money right now. None of that will ever happen. They're all untouchable.
No, I don't believe that.
No, they're all afraid of who's next.
Al Capone, they'll get these people.
They're all afraid of who's next. They're not.
I don't believe that. I think that I can't believe that. I cannot believe that you can be as big a criminal as Trump.
Absolutely.
And get away with it.
He did. He's going to.
No, he won't. No, I disagree. I think that this will
be.
I don't think he'll see I don't think he'll ever see a day in jail. But I do believe that he will be indicted.
He's going to go to Elba
and not be able to run for office.
They're sending him to Elba
with Elba.
No, but here's the thing, man.
What is that?
That's where
that's where
they put
Napoleon
and Island.
Oh, okay, right.
No, look, they're all. I don't believe any of them are going to get touched. I believe that they're all made of Teflon.
Well, if they're in a cell with Lindsey Graham, they're going to get touched.
Because you know what, Matt Gaetz is not going to go get behind Lindsey Graham going to jail because he.
And how come he has never gone to fucking jail?
What for? What?
For transporting underage girls across state lines.
Because they're ignoring.
That's illegal.
They're totally ignoring it. Because you know what? It's more than just Gaetz that's involved in it, and anybody else who's involved in it is not. They're all.
John, it wasn't underage girls. Isn't Gaetz into underage boys? I think
that was girls.
Either way is terrible. But you know what?
How about Santos drag queen videos coming out?
There's nothing illegal in that.
No, there's nothing illegal. But now they're saying that the loans, the money stuff. Now they're catching up.
I do realize that he did blow me once on a train. Now that I see him no, I'm just kidding. Santos is perfectly indicative of what's going on. He's still in office. No, he's not going to get thrown out. And they put him on a freaking committee. And are you kidding me?
This is your Republican. Out. This is your Republican Party.
He will get thrown out from the ethics committee.
What I wanted to say is I'm coming across, and I have to be honest. I have friends who are conservative, all right, who are Republican, but they're against all this radical bullshit.
Yeah, but they won't stand up. They won't take a stand against it, though. They don't like it, but they won't take a stand against it.
Well, I mean, this is not a politician. I have conservative views myself, so I don't really hate conservatives, but I hate how the Republican Party.
We should get you a show. We'll call it Craig, the conservative gay guy.
I'm not. I didn't say I was conservative.
I'm Craig, the conservative gay guy.
I didn't say I was conservative. Right. I said I had some conservative views. I definitely lean left, but the same.
That's like the guy across the street from me. He puts up a Trump flag and a rainbow flag
because he wants to blow Trump.
No, he wants Trump to have Skittles.
It's just the funniest thing to me. I go, what are you thinking?
He's saying Trump's gay. That's what he's saying.
Look, it's all ridiculous. We all know. I've got tons of friends who are Republican, who are conservative, and like Craig, I actually have some conservative leanings. It depends on, I think we're all complex, and if you go anything along party lines, then you're just a puppet. You have to have your own opinion on individual things. You know what I mean? And
I agree. But I think the biggest concern, though, Mike, if you want to really look at the heart of it, there's a gigantic swath. I love that word, swath. There's a gigantic swath of Americans right down the middle who don't vote at all. They just don't give a shit. We had said we had 140 million people vote in the last presidential election. That means 150 million didn't.
And you know why most of them don't? Because they don't believe that their vote counts. They don't think they can make any kind of a difference.
All right, listen to this. I forgot to tell you this. I got a thing in the mail from the Democrats of Florida that I have to sign.
All three of them?
Yeah, I have to sign. I have to sign this thing because DeSantis now has disallowed all mail-in votes unless you register now a minimum of a year before the election.
No problem. What's I just?
I think that sounds like it's against some kind of federal law, though.
If you register, that's all. Okay.
That's I'm registering. I mean, I always vote in person, but I'm not there.
Here's a point that I do understand now. The one that Republicans where they say you should have some kind of photo ID. I agree with that.
It's bullshit. They don't
have to have a photo ID. I agree with it. I think you should have some kind of identification.
I agree.
If you're in this country, you should have if you don't have a driver's license, you should have an ID card.
Yep.
Something. You should be able to produce something in order to vote.
In Florida, in order to vote, you have to either be registered with your address, you have to show a Florida ID,
or no Julie
check the number,
or you have to be JFK Jr.
Or you have to have a registered Florida ID card.
A couple of years ago, I voted. I don't remember which election, and I said my name, and they showed me, and my roommate's name was right below mine. I could have said his name, and I could have voted for him at this location. I could have. They didn't ask for any identity. I said, "Do you need my ID?" No, just what's your name and address. Really? That's all I need.
Oh, in Florida, man, you got to sign and they even verify your signature.
Well, you have to sign, and I don't know if they verified it, but you don't have to show my driver's license. Nothing. I could have said I'm Joey Gaynor, and I could have voted for him, and then come back like 6 hours later and voted for me. That's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, no, there has to be a way to keep track of
I don't know,
but
man.
You know what the funny thing is? It's like here's as I found funny. It's like when you hear the people screaming about fraud, it's always the Republicans are screaming about fraud. But when they catch actual fraud, it's almost always Republicans.
That's true.
Right.
And when they catch pedophiles, it's almost always Republicans. I'm totally being serious.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
That's
here's the reason why, because it's just the people who preach the most and want and they talk about God and religion, this and that. It's because they have something they're covering. They're trying, whether it's conscious or unconscious, they're talking all of this shit, and it's because they're trying to cover up their own, they want you to live by a moral standard they can't live up to themselves.
I saw a preacher online that was saying that he will not let any Democrats into his parish.
Well, Jesus said that himself.
He has to cast them out as demons.
So I know we're getting close to the time. I think
we're over it.
Are we? Well, we did. We did.
I've been over it since we started.
Hey, I'll tell you. Okay.
I think this is a good show.
What I was going to say,
I think this is a really good show.
From what I hear from all the pundits, and pedophilia seems to be a really big subject, a lot bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was like a niche thing where there was some sickos running around, but according to the Republicans, it's the entire Democratic Party, and there's a pizzeria in Queens that's spearheaded.
Yeah.
Well, and also
and Myers is the manager.
Do you think there's a possibility that they bring this up just to piss off people?
Myers is the manager there.
Stop! Don't talk bad about our
Wow. Well, you know what? I'll bleep that. I'll bleep.
Well, no. Well, what's this whole thing about drag queens now? And they're going to turn kids. I don't know what the hell the thing is, but it's. I really think that these people don't want drag queens or Democrats or anyone to be pedophiles because they want to save the kids for themselves. I
got to tell you something, man. I mean, I drag queens do freak me out a little bit. I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're going to make people gay and shit like that. But I'm like, if I was a kid and hey, you want to go see drag queens read Peter Rabbit? I'm like, I want to stay home and watch Speed Racer. But thanks, Mom.
Clowns scare me more than drag queens.
Well,
why would drag queens be reading Peter Rabbit?
They read stuff at the library, don't they?
Listen,
no. That's a Republican bullshit thing.
They don't read stuff. They have drag queens.
I never heard that.
Library. I saw it.
I don't know.
I never heard that in my life. Let me look that up.
No, drag queens. They're libraries. They do that.
When I dress in drag, I know.
Reading.
No, I mean, look. I personally am not. I'm not into drag, but then
that's only because you're not pretty.
I sure am.
I hate to say that, but
you don't have to say it, and you don't hate saying it either. You get some joy out of that.
If you were pretty, you'd have a dress on right now.
I would.
Come on, what's wrong? What's wrong with that guy?
Nothing. That's fine. More power to him. I'm just not going to go watch him read a book.
Fucking live and let live. Listen,
I've been to drag shows. Look, I've been to drag shows, and they're.
You know what's amazing to me? They want, you get these people and they don't want the government involved with their guns. They don't want the government involved. They don't want to take the vaccine. But boy, they want the government. It's like they want smaller government unless it's something they want. Get in there and outlaw abortion and get in there and fucking outlaw drag queens and whatever.
That's both sides.
No, because the other Republican side wants smaller government. That's their thing. They don't want government involved in anything. They want everything to be done at the state level, no federal government.
Really? But what about Obamacare? That's kind of government.
Oh, I love it. But I have a friend, and this is how stupid some of them are. I have a friend, and this is years ago when the whole thing with the Obamacare and so he goes and when Trump first took office, and he said that Obamacare. I hope they get rid of that. And I said, don't you have Obamacare? He goes, no, I don't have that shit. He goes, I got the affordable health. And I'm like, really? Wow, that's cool. So you don't have the Obamacare. You got the Affordable Health Act.
Let's look at that. Let's look at that whole statement. I mean, Affordable Care Act, the Republicans couldn't have it called that because that sounds like it's good for you.
Yeah.
That's why
It makes the Democrats look good.
That's why they had to call it Obamacare.
Which was a half-assed program anyway. It was such bullshit. First of all, yes, it helped a lot of people, but it also fucked a lot of people. It helped me too.
Helped me,
you know what?
man.
It screwed people over that I know. Like
it screwed some people over I know too. Yeah,
they were fining you for not having healthcare. So I know a guy. He didn't make enough money, and his job didn't come with healthcare. So he was getting fined because he couldn't afford healthcare.
Yeah,
and he didn't make it. And he didn't make little. And he didn't make little enough to be subsidized enough to make it. So it's like.
But the issue is, you said the Democrats are not about government control. Well, that's a government. That's almost
the issue was they wanted everyone in the country covered so that the price of healthcare would go down.
And all the lobbyists
why are we the only
health insurance started stuffing the pockets of the Republicans to get them to stop it.
Please give me a break. And all the bullshit. If Canada can do it, if all the other, most
without
the big
doubt,
countries in the world can do it,
but we're not.
You're gonna tell me that we can't. And then they'll start to tell you about the level of the care. All
you got to do is expand Medicare to be nationwide, and you're done.
Yeah.
Well,
my daughter, Bernie Sanders, Medicare for everyone.
Not going to happen.
My daughter was telling me that in England, right? If you're a woman and you go into like a place, a woman's shop, right, that has clothes or whatever, and
a woman's shop.
They have, they have a thing called women health care,
right?
And they have physician's assistants in there. And you can go in there and get like a CAT scan of your abdomen and your ovaries and stuff for free. Wow. Just because they find it's part of your health care. That you should have it.
I don't think we ever will be.
Well,
with the two parties fighting each other, no progress is ever going to happen on that.
Well, and I know we don't have time to get into all of this shit, but how about every single product in the country now? There's a shortage, so the price is through to, eggs and this and that. There's 10,000 things, and suddenly there's like, oh, well, no, it's price gouging. It's greedy. Democracy without morals doesn't work, okay? And there's no fucking morals left, and it started with Trump allowing everyone to get away with, just be lying sacks of shit. And now it's spread to corporations. Corporations just... The lioness sacks of shits around. They used to have a little bit of, I don't think it was morals, but they were afraid to just plain out gouge you. Now they're like,
dude, there's a gas station.
Okay, let me just say this really quick. Once when gas was about 150 or something, right?
Was that 1972?
No. This was like a couple of years ago. And we had a hurricane.
I'm in California, John.
That was 1937 here.
We had a hurricane, right?
Right.
And no gas stations were open because nobody had electricity or whatever. And we were in Orlando and we needed gas to try to get home. I pull into this gas station and I just, you don't even look. You just put the thing in, you're happy to find a gas station that's open. And this guy comes running out of the place, like the little 7-Eleven, and says, "Don't fill up your car here." And I go, "Why?" He goes, "I just bought this 6-pack of beer and they charged me $13 for it." He goes, "Look at the price of the gas on the pump."
What was it?
And $7.59.
Yeah.
And it's $7.59 when it was at the time like $1.50 for gas.
Welcome.
Yeah, but you know what? That's supply and demand.
But wait. So I called. I took a picture of it, and I called Shell, like the headquarters and everything, and they told me that. Listen to this. That it wasn't price gouging. Because that guy's prices are always in the $6 range because he's near the airport and people pull in with rental cars.
John, out here, the cheapest gas I find right now is like $4.09 a gallon, and that's down almost $2.50 a gallon from the summer. But when I drive into Westwood, when I drive into Beverly Hills,
the price goes through the roof.
This is one Shell station.
I believe it's on the brand.
$7.39 a gallon. They haven't changed since the summer.
Just bought gas yesterday. Make you guys feel good for $2.63.
Wow, that's freaking half the price of what it's almost half the price of what I'm paying for gas.
The prices are up everywhere.
And try the natural gas. I tell you what, my normal bill, it's even the big things. The month of December last year, my bill was for natural gas, and which is usually the cheapest was $2 something because we run the heat. So this year we used less therms. My freaking gas bill was $475 for gas.
Wow.
It's cost more the gas is costing more than the air conditioner. The heat's good, and that's never the case.
But, I was told, my whole house I went totally solar, right?
We lost the decree.
I'm here. I'm just getting ready to give John the spotlight to end it.
Anyway, I got total solar in my house. I was told that, that my solar payments would be $175 a month, and that I would have probably no electric bill.
Right.
But I still have about a $70 a month electric bill on top of the $175.
That's crazy.
And but everything in here is gas. I mean, everything here, we don't have gas.
All right.
The heat is electric, the air conditioner's electric, the pool, everything's electric.
Right.
It's still about $50 less than last year.
Right.
But it's still not like what I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean?
See, now I thought about getting solar, when I first moved to this where I am. And I thought, you know what? I'm only planning on being here maybe 10, 15 years. As it doesn't make sense for me to pay for these panels. And then by the time you want to sell your house, they're outdated. And then if they're not paid off, you have to talk somebody into either pay them off or
when you sell the house with well, the truth of the matter is that solar panels are good for 20 years with no problems. And they're warranted for 2020. These are warranted for 25 years. And if you sell your house, you can get $20,000 more for your house because if people buy it, we'll have
maybe,
less.
But it depends on 20 years later if the technology hasn't changed.
Yeah. All I know is in like 3 months of having it, I've saved like something like it's just read this and then we'll end it. Just the benefits to the planet if you want to be an old hippie.
Nah, see, I want to screw the planet up as much as possible.
Okay, but listen to this. This is pretty amazing, I think. In 3 months, I've saved 5,847 pounds of carbon fuel, which is equivalent to planting 44 trees. I've
done that by not eating beans.
All right. On that happy note, we're going to end the show. Let's have a round of applause
for Richie Minervini. Richie,
thank you. Great job, Richie, as usual.
Richie, that was incredible. Thank you, Richie.
And let's have her for Craig Mitchell, our guy around town. Give Craig
Julie Jerkoff.
And Julie, our mascot.
Our mascot.
And Mike Grief. And my name is John Ferrantino. And you can catch us everywhere. You can catch us on Strong Island TV on Friday nights, I believe at 10 p.m. now. And you can catch us on Roku. You can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on the BBBradio.com. You can catch us on Netflix. Not Netflix. What's the
we're on Netflix now? Wow, we're really doing good.
I had a concussion. What is the video channel?
Strong Island TV.
YouTube.
Facebook. We're on
YouTube.
Spotify, YouTube.
YouTube is what I was thinking about.
Well, my favorite.
All right. So let's get out of here. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye-bye.